Hello, I'm Sophia Lou and welcome to my channel.
Hi guys, I thought I'd share with you alternative ways to approach the free marker challenge video. I get a lot of requests for this. My first one, as has been done in the previous video, is you pick free markers and use them to inspire drawing, and using your fine liner tool and your highlighting tool is absolutely fine. The second approach to this challenge is your image is already drawn and then you colour with your free markers that you've got. There is a third one as well, which is you go straight in with your markers, you only use those free utensils / tools, and you don't do anything else. So the main reason why I'm having to do this video is just to show that there are alternative ways of being able to approach the challenge. So with this one, I've already coloured in my picture, I already drawn my picture, and I'm choosing my free markers. As you can see, it's very difficult for me to actually see what colours I'm picking, considering they're in the tin. Now with these one, I've got indigo, rose pink, and tan, and these are, well, the indigo and the purple is purpley, and the pink is a nice colour which blends to it. And the tan is a nice skin tone. So overall, I was very happy with these three colours. I was more envisioning like a more art pop colour theme with this, but I suppose this is more of a difficult way of being able to approach the challenge. As the image is already drawn, you don't have a way of being able to make a piece to suit the markers. And I understand that is more of a challenge in that sense, but I do prefer my previous piece, much because I had more freedom with it, whereas this one's a hell of a lot more restricting. And considering you're only colouring with free markers, I mean, colouring with free markers anyway is a challenge within itself if you're not doing a limited piece. I like my pieces to be extremely colourful. I like them to have a lot of depth to them, and only having free markers is extremely difficult to be able to blend them together and to be able to make them work. This was a poll. I'd actually asked to see what people would prefer to see, and it was a poll both on Twitter and Facebook, and it seems that the majority of you would like to have seen how I would have approached this challenge in different ways. And that's what it's about. It's always about constantly trying out different things to enhance not only your skills, but to basically make your work for that challenge. Now, I've had quite a few comments saying I have approached the challenge wrongly. This isn't a video to basically say, oh, there are other ways. This is a video just to show that basically you can approach this challenge in those other ways that people have said, and it isn't wrong, because the only set premise of this challenge is choose free markers and create an image. That's it. There's no rule saying that you can't use your fine liner tool. There's no rule saying that you can use a highlighting tool. Literally, the free marker challenge is that you're making an image colouring with those free markers. So no one has got it wrong. The only other way would be, say, if I had a fourth pro marker, that would be cheating. But I don't have a fourth pro marker. I would have only used a fine liner, a highlighter tool, and then the free markers. Let's talk about the image. This was inspired by an artist called Junko. I can never pronounce the second name. I am not going to even attempt to pronounce the second name. I love how like pop her images are, and that's really inspiring to me. And you can see with this, the way I'm approaching this is I'm starting off with my base colours and I'm building up with, because I tend to go in with dark and then build up with light, and this is because it bleaches the previous colour and then it creates another colour with that, and this is a really interesting approach to be able to really get something that's a bit more unusual with your piece. I just find that it's very nice to be able to try out different things. I mean, it didn't take too long. I mean, I think this one took about 20 minutes just to come colour to finish, but that's because most of it was just me messing around with the colours, trying to make them blend and trying to make them work. But I think the final image turned out pretty cute, and you can see me just rubbing out the lines that I'd finished and hadn't quite managed to rub off. And I was overall pretty happy with it. I'd wish I'd got some more brighter colours, but you know, you can't, beggars can't be choosers at the end of the day. But that's version 2 done. And I'm just giving it a quick signature at the bottom there. And that's the finished piece. So the third way of approaching this challenge is probably the hardest out of the lot. This one, you are going straight in with your markers. You cannot use a pencil, you cannot use a fine liner. You can see I'm picking my colours there. Very, very lucky. I got Trick or Treat, Tan and Peach. The way I approach this one is because I don't actually have a sketch to build up on. I use the lighter colour to build up the basis of the image. So this is a quick rough idea of where everything's going to be laid out, and then what I'll do is I'll go over with darker colours to build up. So essentially you are painting with these markers. You are working hard to be able to try and make them blend better, and this can be quite difficult with the tips. That's actually an attachment you can get with your pro markers, and it's like a really, really fine tip, and this really, really helps if you want to approach the challenge in this way, because you can get in, really do some really fine detail. This overall image took around about 20 minutes from start to finish, so I was pretty happy yet again with this. I think this one's my favourite out of the 3 that I've done, just because I like how the pink pops against like the tan and the peach, and I just think it creates such a beautiful image anyway. But no, you'll find that because there are so many different ways, because there are these 3 are the main ways that you can approach this challenge, and you know, each one of them is unique in its own aspect, and I think there isn't a wrong way of doing it. I just think you should go with what you're more comfortable with. If you're comfortable with just going in straight in with your markers, go straight in with your markers. This is probably the more difficult out of the 2, especially if you're not used to not having a sketch there. And I think even if you had a sketch there, that would not be against the rules in any way, shape or form, because all you're doing is bringing out the basis of your image. But for the purposes of this video, I've just gone straight in with the colours, just because well, I've done it before this way and I did like the way that this was approached. It's quite difficult when you have 2 pale colours and a darker colour, I think, or if you've got 3 extremely dark colours, because it's very difficult to try and make them blend, especially if they're on the opposite ends of the colour spectrum. And in all honesty, I'd wish I tested these out on like a scrap of paper, just to see how they blended, because a lot of this was just me going straight in, like not even trying out, just like, yeah, I'll suck it, I'll try it out. And I wish I'd approached the challenge, I'd wish that I'd just quickly tested them out beforehand, just to have an idea of what I'm looking at when I'm blending. So as I was saying earlier, all these 3 ways are completely viable ways of being able to approach the challenge, and I thought, well, it's a new year, I might as well, you know, try something new. And there are going to be a lot more challenge videos coming to this channel, because I enjoy trying out different things and pushing my art to the limit. And if you guys have got any challenges you wish for me to do, you know, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd be interested to see what you guys would try. I've got all my stuff for my cheap supply challenge, and I'm very excited to do that. And I also want to do the ballpoint pen challenge, which should be interesting. And I've heard the 6 marker and the 10 marker challenge as well, which I can imagine aren't as difficult as this, but it would be interesting to try out either way. But no, if you guys think of anything, I think I might make up some challenges myself, just because I think it would be a bit of fun to, you know, get something out there. And I've also been told that the Crayola challenge is good fun, so I'll have to try that out. But yeah, you guys are absolutely amazing and really, really supportive, so thank you so much for giving all your support to this channel. And as you can see, we are getting more and more weekly schedule with this. So that's the finalised piece. Pretty proud of it. I really, really enjoyed how it turned out. Hope you guys liked this video. If you do, subscribe and check out the previous free marker challenge video. See you later, guys. Bye.